Yo, this is RL. This is my part of the channel where I get to react to stuff. Today we're reacting to his story. So I'm gonna be reacting to popular stuff. Apparently this is one of the newer channels that has been blowing up recently. Let's jump right in.
I was sitting on a plane, working an undercover case against the man behind me. 10 years ago, he shot my mother in front of me, and I'd started a whole new career just for this. I clenched my fists as every cell in my body wanted to punch him, but I just calmly read my magazine. But then the flight attendant walked over to me. "Sir, there was a problem with your ID when you boarded." My stomach dropped, because if the man behind me heard something was off, he might remember my face or realize what was happening. I handed my fake ID to the attendant, and he held it against my face. "This doesn't really look like you." I'd grown my hair out for this mission, and behind me, the man who shot my mother stopped playing with his plastic switchblade. I realized he was listening in. The attendant read the name on my ID and checked his tablet. "And your name isn't on my passenger list. Are you pretending to be someone you're not?" My blood ran cold.
Why?
What happened? Orel, what
Why?
happened? Orel, what happened?
Go away.
I want to know what
Go
happened.
away.
I want to know what happened.
I'm trying to tell the viewers.
Okay.
So, how? He stopped playing with his plastic switchblade. How the heck does he get that on an airplane?
I'm gonna get his hair.
How? Just so you know, mind the songs behind me in the background. That's my most of the show. Alright, let's go back in.
You want some food?
That is
You
insane.
want some food? Do you want some wings?
No.
Because he said it loudly, and I heard the seat behind me creak forward. "Is everything okay?" the man asked, and I felt his breath on my neck as the voice from my nightmares hit me. My fist crushed the bracelet.
Okay.
The voice from your nightmares. How? Why? The voice from your nightmares. Why?
Also,
Why?
gay. Because, like, why is he breathing down your neck?
That's insane. Alright.
Mom wore the night he killed her, and I wanted to choke him, but I just replied, "All good," without turning around. The attendant looked at my ID one more time, then said, "Stay here. I'm getting the captain to see if you can stay on this plane." I knew if I got off this plane, I might never find this man.
The one thing that's realistic. Kind of. Because the captain does not usually do this. The flight attendant usually straps you to the chair, and then right after they throw you in jail. This is not the thing where you give them. You show them your wallet. That's where you put your badge. You tell them about the undercover mission silently. And how about not doing that? Whatever the heck you were doing. Yeesh.
What's in
And
your
again,
wallet?
so I immediately shot out of my chair. I took my badge out from under my shirt and quickly showed it to the attendant. "I'm undercover," I whispered. "That man behind me killed my mother. I've been working this case for 3 years, so walk away and say nothing." He went pale and immediately smiled. He handed my ID back and loudly announced, "My mistake, sir. Everything is okay." I let out a breath and sat down, and the man even started playing with his plastic switchblade again. But then the attendant turned to me. "Have a safe flight, and good luck with the undercover mission, sir." My eyes went wide, and the attendant covered his mouth.
Why? Why?
Pump shotgun.
Why?
Pump shotgun.
You stupid fart. Why? Why? He told you I'm on an undercover mission. Have fun on your undercover sir. What in the flying fart was that?
Yeah, and you
Stupid!
yeah, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing this thing where you go. Oh.
Go away, go.
I'll be quiet.
Okay, that's my little sister.
Mel-
Don't say anything.
Mello
little
is
sister.
our little sister.
No.
This is just crazy. Yeesh, snitch.
Mouth in horror as he realized what he'd said. The man behind me immediately got up and started sprinting off the plane. I lunged, but he was already out the door. I stared at the attendant who was frozen. It took me 26 months just to find him, and you just ruined everything. His switchblade laid open on the seat. I was sitting on a plane, working an undercover case against the...
Alright, let's do these comments. Flight attendant has the mind of a chicken sandwich. Low-key accurate.
That man shot my mother.
Clearly showing the guy stabbing his mother. True. Flight attendant has a survival instinct of an atom. Stand, man. Go stop it. Master, go stop it. Go.
Stop.
No, stop that one.
Oh. What are you doing?
Okay. Let's see a random
What are you
comment.
doing?
Who holds a knife out on a plane?
That's my thing.
That's what I said. That is what I said. He should not be. He is not allowed to take that.
Stop.
Good work on the other
Do you want to
undercover case, sir. Absolutely crazy.
I slid into the back of my Uber, but my driver wouldn't say a word. He gripped the wheel and drove staring straight ahead, not even
heck
confirming my
no.
name. I asked to use the charger beside him as I was low on battery, but he didn't even respond. I remember feeling annoyed, and my thumb hovered over the 1-star rating for bad customer service. Then I noticed a note taped to the dashboard. To my riders, I lost my son 4 days ago. If I speak, I will cry, but I need to keep driving to afford his funeral. Please let me drive you in silence. I looked at him, and suddenly my phone being low on battery didn't seem like a problem anymore. I instantly tipped him the max, because we never truly know what the strangers next to us are carrying. I slid into the back of my Uber, but my driver wouldn't say a word. He gripped the wheel and drove staring.
That's the guy you must tip. Listen, my family used to do Uber. My mom did Uber since 2015. Okay? Make sure to tip always. Tipping is important. Uber drivers, waiters, those hotel people, those people all rely on tips. Tip good always.
Someone gotta clean that up.
Straight ahead.
My last semester of college is right around.
I had just set a package down on the porch of this mansion when a dog the size of a grown man came off the steps and knocked me flat. I hit the concrete so hard the wind went right out of me and I couldn't even yell. Then his teeth sank into my leg and the yell came out all on its own. I'm on the ground kicking at him trying to get him away when the front door swings open and a woman comes
Hot water. Okay.
running out in her bathrobe. No, get away from my baby. I thought I was saved, but she ran right past me and got down on her knees next to the dog with tears running down her face. Why did you attack my dog, you maniac? I opened my mouth, but nothing came out. She immediately pulled out her phone and dialed 9.
How dare you attack my dog, you maniac? You maniac. What the heck? He's an Amazon delivery worker. Look at his leg. Look at the leg. leg, you'll clearly see that your dog, the size of my dad, tackled and bit the worker, which actually can get you sued because there's no warning dog sign out in the front.
Wait, go down.
So actually, you're in the wrong.
Hey, look down.
No, stop.
911 while I watched in shock. A crazy Amazon driver just attacked me and hurt my innocent dog. Then she leaned down close and whispered while smiling from ear to ear, "This is going to make me rich." Then the cop car pulled up. So I started to stand up because finally somebody was here to fix this. He got out, looked at the big house, looked at the woman cradling her dog, and decided I was the criminal. I desperately tried to argue my case. "You've got it wrong.
Look at the camera on his chest, right next to the left of the word his. Check that. And look at the leg. And the neighbors might have security cameras because you're in the suburbs where you're probably gonna get robbed sometimes.
I was the one who got attacked.
Wait!
For a second,
Do not
his
go
eyes
into that
dropped to
alley.
my torn pants, and I thought he finally saw it. But the woman yelled, "This maniac came at my dog first, and my lawyer is already writing up the claim. So you're gonna want to get this right."
No, he's not.
Where the heck is your lawyer?
You never called no freaking lawyer. You never called a lawyer. Liar! Liar!
Can I press one on the soundboard? Can I please? I'm gonna find the right sound for this. I'm sorry. I need my right hand for this.
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like, bro.
Just crazy.
Officer, the cop nodded and reached for his cuffs. "You're under arrest, buddy." My heart started pounding. One
Oh my god! Check the freaking camera! Jeez! Amazon has these cameras to protect you from people from...
I'm a furry!
protect you from these kind of people.
false report on my record, and I'd lose the only job I had. I tried to tell him what actually happened, but he talked right over me like I wasn't even there. "Unless you got something that says differently, you're going straight to jail. Do you have a witness or a camera recording?" I almost said no. Then I remembered the camera on my vest. I clip one on every shift because customers lie about what happens at their door, and it had been running since I clocked in that morning. My hands were shaking with fear.
Isn't that what I just said 30 seconds ago?
Yeah, butthead.
What the heck?
But I got it off and held the screen up so he could see. The dog coming off the porch, me with my arms full and not touching anything but the box. Then her own voice off to the side, clear as anything. "This is going to make me rich." She started shaking her head and opened her mouth, but nothing came out. The cop looked from the screen to her, and the cuffs he'd pulled for me went on her.
POV, she says, "That's AI. That's AI.
Bro, get an AI.
He does not have time to use the AI. No, stop.
Yeah.
Her instead. "You're gonna want to call that lawyer." She wanted a check from Amazon, but the only one who got a fat check was me, thanks to her and her dog. I had just set a package down on the porch of this mansion when a dog the size of a grown man came off the steps and knocked me flat. I hit the concrete. I was test driving a Lambo for my daughter's birthday gift when 3 police cars cornered me at the red light. An officer pointed his pistol at my windshield. "Shut the engine off and step out of the stolen vehicle. Hands where I can see them." I stepped out slowly with my palms open. "I'm test driving this car. Call the dealership. The paperwork's on the passenger seat." But they grabbed my wrists, and I felt cold metal handcuffs tighten around them. The officer chuckled. "Nice try," as if we haven't heard that one before. He started leading me towards the police car. "You have the right to remain silent." My legs trembled, and I knew knew I had to do something before I ended up in a jail cell and my daughter grew up alone. My back pocket! The salesman's card is in my back pocket, just look! The officer sighed, fished it out, and turned it over in his fingers. Then he held it up for his partner and laughed. A business card and fake paperwork on the seat. You boys come with a whole starter kit now. He shoved the card in an evidence bag and pushed my head down into the cruiser. But as he drove, I clenched my fists. Hey Siri, call the Lamborghini dealership. The officers jumped up and scrambled to turn it off, but one of their iPhones was already ringing, and the woman immediately answered the phone. I cleared my throat. This is Peter Kerr. When do you need the Lamborghini back? With the license plate 123456. The woman sang, take your time, sir. There's no need to rush while you're test driving. The officers immediately pulled over and turned to each other. Wait a damn minute. I read their laptop screen through the window while they rechecked the system report. AI alert. Stolen vehicle detected. I sighed and realized an AI had falsely reported my car as stolen. The officer who cuffed me scratched his head. My bad son, but you're free to go. But that wasn't good enough for me, so I threatened to sue them unless they agreed to help with my daughter's surprise. They shook my hand and agreed. So that evening they escorted me while I pulled onto our driveway with the Lambo and a bow stuck to the car roof. I was test driving a Lambo for my daughter's birthday gift when 3 police cars cornered me at the red light. An officer pointed his pistol at my windshield. Shut the engine off and step out of the stolen vehicle. Hands where I can see them.
Bro accidentally opened the
Reaching
files.
your education goals does not have
Stop
to feel
opening
impossible.
the files, man.
You
Must have went in the file explorer or something. I don't know
Caught the
how
head
you
chef deliberately spitting
opened
into
the
my
file
son's
explorer.
food. I noticed my son's chicken was completely pink and raw right as he was taking a bite and immediately slapped his fork away. I didn't want him getting salmonella, so I asked the waitress to bring us a new one. But a minute later, the kitchen doors swung open. The head chef started marching right towards me, and I gripped my chair to brace myself. But then he walked by me and personally set a plate down for some man in a suit. He bowed like the man was royalty and immediately hurried back. I didn't think much and went to use the
Salmonella!
bathroom, but then I saw it. Through the kitchen window, the chef was holding my son's new plate of chicken. Nobody disrespects my cooking. He was red in the face. Let's see how that kid likes his chicken now. He pulled off his hat and leaned over, dribbling his forehead sweat all over my son's food. My chest instantly went cold, and I clenched my fist in anger, but I just pulled out my phone and calmly hit record. That's when he raised his head and spit into my son's plate. I watched his saliva streak into my son's meal and wanted to scream. He put it on the window to serve, and I was so shocked I nearly dropped my phone. I was still thinking what to do when I saw the waitress grab it and carry it out. I ran back right as my son put his fork in the chicken.
No,
Don't touch
no,
that,
don't
I
touch
yelled,
that.
and my son froze with his
No
fork in
touching.
the air. Why not, Dad? I told him just trust me, and that's when my eyes caught the
touching.
man in the suit. He was writing
No
in a notepad
touching.
and photographing his plate, almost like he was judging something. I walked over and asked, "Who are you?" And he looked up from his notepad. "I'm the health and food quality inspector. I'm assessing the chef's performance tonight." Why? My job.
Low key, perfect freaking chart timing. That is the perfect person to be there at that moment, beside the police officer.
Jaw dropped, and when I looked back, the chef was glancing at us with a nervous look. Everything clicked, and I immediately set my phone down. I pressed play, and the inspector watched as the chef he was judging spit in my son's food. He immediately set his notepad down so hard the table shook and called the chef. The chef sprinted out, wiping his hands and sweat beading down his forehead. "Sir, whatever this man told you, I can explain." But then he saw himself spitting in my son's plate, and his face instantly deflated. The inspector clicked his pen. "Health department, you're being fired. Effective immediately." The chef's knees buckled, and the inspector crossed his arms. "But before you leave, you're gonna remake that boy's meal correctly." The chef brought out my son's meal personally within 10 minutes, and this time, the chicken was perfect. My son took a bite, and we watched as he...
That was not chicken. First off,
It is
that is
beef.
beef. Second off, that is raw. It's not a chicken, and that's new. Because that is not chicken. Chicken is pink, not red.
Yeah.
That's not chicken. What the heck?
He put down his hat and walked
Crazy.
out. I caught the head chef. I got fired for letting a 12-year-old use the bathroom. Our school decided too many kids were wandering the halls, so they banned bathroom breaks during class. Anyone...
What?
That is actually illegal.
Neglectance.
That's illegal.
Hey, can I pump?
No, no.
Can I push something on the?
No, you keep embarrassing me. No. Please. You said I'm a furry. No.
No, it was the soundboard.
Stop.
Please.
No. Stop.
Okay, can I get my chip though?
So that's illegal, actually. And what's illegal about that is child endangerment.
Would you like to?
No. So they should know, actually, that if you hold your pee in too long, no, I'm recording. Jeez. If you hold your pee in too long, your bladder will explode,
Why can't I listen?
killing you from an
Why
infection.
can't I play music?
Because I'm recording.
Background music is okay.
No,
Why not?
because I'm reacting.
It's fine.
No,
I'm a music writer.
stop.
Ugh,
Caught in the
fine.
halls got detention.
You already spent 10 minutes of this video arguing.
I told my principal it was insane. He looked me dead in the eyes. Follow the policy, or I'll find someone who will. I watched kids sit through my art class in pain for weeks, squirming in their seats, eyes watering, too scared of detention to raise their hands. One afternoon, a girl in the front row stopped painting. Her face was red and her legs were crossed so tight her knees were shaking. She looked at me through sobs and said, "I really need to pee." I looked at the clock. 30 minutes left until lunch. She wasn't going to make it. I walked her to the art storage room, grabbed an empty bucket, and stood outside the door. She came out 2 minutes later and didn't look at me. She just whispered, "Thank you," and sat back down. A few kids in class
Alright, so listen. This is when you stop, bro, please. This is when you start a school-wide rumor and a school-wide day. And at a specific time where everybody gets out of class, goes to the principal's office and start pissing there.
Yeah.
It's very reasonable.
class told their parents. When parents showed up at the school and a journalist started asking questions, the school panicked. My principal called me into his office and slid a termination letter across his desk. "This is on you. You should have followed the rule." I looked at him. She was about to wet herself in front of 30 kids. He shrugged. "That's not my problem anymore." That Friday, my students showed up to the school board meeting. Every single one of them. The girl from the storage room stood at the microphone. He was the only teacher who cared enough to help me. "Your rule is the problem, not him." Her mom stood up next. Then another parent. Then 6 more. The board sat there and didn't say a word. The bathroom ban was gone by Monday, but that wasn't enough. I hired a lawyer the next week. The school had to settle out of court. I can't say how much, but I pulled up to the school in a brand new Ferrari with that same bucket of piss on the passenger seat. I walked right up to the principal. "Since the bathrooms work now, I figured you could have this back." I drenched him before he got a word out. I got fired for letting a